Hello guys, I am Flash Isaac, and today I'll be taking you through the 7 types of simultaneous equation questions set in JAMB, post-UTME, and most advanced examinations. So in this video, I'll assume that you already have a good knowledge of simultaneous equation. If you don't have, you can go through my simultaneous equation video. I'll share a link to that. Now, what are the 7 types of simultaneous equation you come across in these big examinations? The first you come across is the normal simultaneous equation, which is number 2. You give a simultaneous equation which is in the form of a y plus bs is equals c and this. Another type of simultaneous equation question you come across is 1 linear and 1 quadratic simultaneous equation questions. The third type you come across is you're given the simultaneous equation to solve, but what they are concerned about is not just the value of s and y. No, they can tell you to add the values. Solve this simultaneous equation and look for s plus y. Like in this case, we are solving this equation, but the answer is not just what we want. We need 3y plus 2s. So multiply the value of y by 3 and the value of s by 2. These type of questions are common. Sometimes you may be asked to look for y times s or s squared plus y squared. So the goal is to solve the simultaneous equation, get the value of s, get the value of y. So whatever you are asked to do with them, whether to square or to divide, you do it then. The first type you come across is fraction. S and y will be in fractional form. In this case, this is 2 over s, which is the same thing as 2 times 1 over s. So they are not in whole numbers. The fifth is log simultaneous equation question. So they will come in logarithm form. And the sixth is indices, simultaneous equation in indices form. So this is an indices pattern. Use the knowledge of indices to solve simultaneous equation. And the 7th type of question is word problems leading to simultaneous equation. I've explained logarithm, indices, and all these bases. So our business today is to solve these 7 types of simultaneous equation questions you come across. The first equation says s plus y is equals 10 and s squared plus y squared is equals 58. Now, given this simultaneous equation, we call this equation 1 and we call this equation 2. It is now left for us to choose the method we are using to solve. In this type of simultaneous equation, we would obviously have to use the substitution method. Yes, so when you come across simultaneous equation, 1 linear and 1 quadratic, simply use substitution method. So applying substitution method, from equation 1, we can arrive at s is equals 10 minus y to form equation 3. Now, if you are still asking how or why, it means you have to watch my basis before going to this video. So like I said, I'll share a link to that in the description. Make sure you go through that to know how simultaneous equation works, how to solve simultaneous equation using substitution and elimination method. Like I said, this video assumes you know those things. So let's proceed. Equation 3. Now substitute the value of s in equation 2. So substituting, s squared simply becomes 10 minus y squared plus y squared equals 58. And this is the same thing as 10 minus y times 10 minus y plus y squared is equals 58. So if I say 2 squared, that's 2 times 2. Opening up this bracket, 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times minus y is minus 10y. Minus y times 10 is minus 10y. Minus y times minus y will give you plus y square. Then plus this y square is already here, is equals 58. Looking at this equation, we can collect like terms. We have 100 here. Minus 10y is minus 20y. Plus y square is the same thing as y square plus y square, which will be plus 2y square is equals 58. Also, still observing, you will notice that we can have something like this. 100 minus 58, taking this here, minus 20y plus 2y square is equals 0. This looks like something. You see this, you see it now. So 100 minus 58 is 42. So 42 minus 20y plus 2y square is equals 0. Rearranging, this becomes 2y square minus 20y plus 42 is equals 0. Now, you see, this has made a lot of sense. The simultaneous equation is leading us to quadratic equation. So, when you are given a simultaneous equation that has to do with one linear and one quadratic, it means the equation will finally lead to quadratic equation and we'll have up to 3 answers. You have 4 answers, 2 answers for s and 2 answers for y. So, we can break down this quadratic equation by dividing everything by 2. Dividing everything by 2, 2y squared divided by 2, we'll have y squared here minus 20 divided by 2. This will give you 10y plus 21 is equals 0. Solving this quadratic equation, y is equals 3 or y is equals 7. I assume you also know how to solve quadratic equation. If you still don't know, the link is also in the description. You see all that. Y is equals 3 or y is equals 7. Now, let's substitute the value of y into this equation 3. From equation 3, we have that s will be equals 10 minus or s equals 10 minus. When y is equals 3, s is 10 minus 3 equals 7. When y is equals 7, s equals 10 minus 7 is equals 3. So the solution to this equation are y is equals 3, s is equals 7, or y is equals 7, s is equals 3. We have 2y plus s is equals 5 minus 2y plus s is equals 9. So looking at this equation, I want to solve them using elimination method. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So I want to add both equations. I want to add them. So equation 1 plus equation 2. Adding this, 2y plus minus 2y is the same thing as 2y minus 2y, right? And that will give you 0. So I've eliminated that. I've gotten 0. So here is 0. S plus s is 2s. So this is plus 2s is equals 5 plus 9 is 14. Is 14. Now you see that I've eliminated y. That's what is called elimination method, because something is definitely eliminated. So this is gone. So s is 14 over 2, which is equals 7. I've gotten the value of s. Now to get the value of y, I simply substitute the value of s into any of the equation. Let me put the value of s in equation 1. In that case, equation 1 becomes 2y plus s. S is now 7. So 2y plus 7 is equals 5. 2y is equals 5 minus 7. 2y is equals minus 2. Y is equals minus 2 over 2 to give you minus 1. So the solution to this equation is s is equals 7. Y is equals minus 1. Number 3. These are the equations. S minus y is equals minus 3. And y minus 2s is equals 5. So we are looking for 3y plus 2s. That's the equation. To solve this simultaneous equation equation, let me rearrange because it doesn't match. This is s, this is y, this is y, this is s. That's not a standard form of simultaneous equation. Rearranging, I have s minus y is equals minus 3. Equation 1 minus 2s plus y is equals 5. That's equation 2. Adding both equations, s minus 2s, here is minus s, minus y plus y is 0. So adding both equations, I've eliminated y. So this becomes equals, adding this is minus 3 plus 5, which is 2. So this is 2. It therefore means that s is equals minus 2. S equals minus 2. Let me substitute this value of s into any of the equation. Let me put it in equation 2. Equation 2 becomes minus 2 plus y is equals 5. Minus 2 times minus 2 is 4. 4 plus y is equals 5. Y is equals 5 minus 4. Y is equals 1. So the solution to this equation is s is equals minus 2, y is equals 1. We've gotten this thing, but that's not what we are looking for. We are looking for 3y plus 2s. In other words, we are asked to multiply y by 3. So, which means 3, y is 1. Plus, we multiply s by 2. So, plus 2 minus 2. This will give you 3 plus 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. So, this is 3 minus 4 to give you minus 1. So, the answer to that question, or the final answer, is minus 1. So, let's look at the fourth question. In this number 4 question, we are given 2 over s minus 3 over y is equals 2, and 4 over s plus 3 over y is equals 10. We all know that this is the same thing as 2 1 over s, right? Minus 3 1 over y is equals 2. So let's call this equation 1. We also know that this is something as 4 1 over s plus 3 1 over y is equals 10. Let's call this equation 2. Now, given this type of equation, this is what we do. Since we can't, solving with 1 over y or 1 over s is boring, or to give us values we don't want, we can assume something, or we can substitute something. Let's say, let 1 over s is equals a, and 1 over y equals b. If we agree on this, therefore, equation 1 becomes 2a minus 3b is equals 2. Equation 2 becomes 4a plus 3b is equals 10. So you can actually call this equation 3 and this equation 4. Now that we've gotten this one is now the normal simultaneous equation we know. We will solve this equation and then revert to this method. You see how it's going to be. Solving this simultaneous equation, I choose to use elimination method. Let me add both equations. Adding both equations, this becomes 6a, this disappears. So 6a is equals 12. A is equals 12 over 6 equals 2. A is equals 2. To look for B, let me substitute the value of A into any of the equation. Substituting it here, I have 2 minus 3b is equals 2. 4 minus 3b is equals 2. 4 minus 2 is equals 3b. 2 is equals 3b. B is equals 2 over 3. So I've gotten A to be 2 and B to be 2 over 3. But remember that we are not looking for A and B, we are looking for S and Y. Look at the relationship we brought out. We said 1 over S is equals A. This means that 1 over S is equals 2, since A is 2. Therefore, S will be 1 over 2. Also here we established that let 1 over Y is equals B. If 1 over Y is equals B, 1 over Y is equals 2 over 3. Because B is 2 over 3. Cross multiplying, 1 times 3 is equals 2 times Y. 3 is equals 2Y. Y, therefore, it becomes 3 over 2. So the final answer is S equals 1 over 2 and Y is equals 3 over 2. And don't fail to understand the strategy we used to arrive at this answer. So given these equations, and the way these questions usually come, they come in a way that you can actually do some kind of, should I say, wisdom or basic manipulation to get your answer. This equation requires the knowledge of logarithm. I've covered logarithm. I'll also share the link to that below. It requires the knowledge of indices. I've covered indices, the laws of indices, operations of indices. I'll share the link to that below. Then it requires the knowledge of simultaneous equation, which I've also shared the link. So you need to know all these things to be able to solve these and these questions. Solving this, I can add both equations or subtract. If I'm subtracting these equations, this will disappear. If I'm adding both equations, this would disappear. So it depends on what I wish to do. Let me add them. Adding, this becomes 2 log 27 is equals 6, 3, 2, 1. Because if you add this and this, they are the same, they will vanish. Add this and this, you get 2 of these ones. And following the law of logarithm, log, this is the same thing as raised to the power of 7 is equals 6. Okay. Given this is the same thing as 729 is equals S raised to the power of 6. So in this case, we are now having a relationship between indices and logarithm. So S is equals 6 root of 729. So 6 root of 729 is equals 3. Or any other way you can simplify this to get your S. S equals 3. Now, to get Y, what we simply do, we subtract the equations. That is the simplest thing to do here. Either we subtract the equations, or you can put the value of S here. If we put the value of S here, log 27 with base 3 would give you 3. Meaning we are substituting the value of S now into equation 1. So here is now 3 plus log 4y is equals 5. This will give us log 4 base y is equals 5 minus 3. This will give you log is equals 2. So this is the same thing as 4 is equals y raised to the power of 2. So this is the law of logarithm. Take note of how we are dealing with this. In that case, y is equals square root of 4 to give us 2. So the solution to this equation is simply s is equals 3, y is equals 2. When you see this type of question, this is what you do. This is an indices question. We try to make the base the same so that we can equate the power. That's the requirement to solve this question. If you call this equation 1 and this equation 2, you agree with me that equation 1 can be rewritten as 2 raised to the power of s plus y is equals 2 raised to the power of 5, because 2 raised to the power of 5 is 32. You can call this equation anything you want. You also agree with me that 3 minus s is equals 27 is 3 raised to the power of 3. So this is 3 raised to the power of 3. This is equation 4. Now, here and here, the base are the same. We can equate the power to have s plus y is equals 5. Equation 5. Here, the base are the same. We can equate the powers. This will give you 3y minus s is equals 3. Now that you've gotten to this stage, it's simply for you to solve this simultaneous equation, the regular simultaneous equation, and get your answers. That's how to solve this equation. Finally, number 7. These are word problems leading to simultaneous equation. They will just explain some words that when you interpret the words, it will lead to simultaneous equation. So you need to have wisdom, power of analysis to analyze words. So there are different ways these things can come. But I just feel this is a nice question and a nice way to start. Look at it. It says 7 years ago, the age of a father was 3 times that of the son. Full stop. So let's analyze the first statement. Now, we don't know the age of the father. We don't know the age of the son. Let's say the age of the father is s and son y. If father is s and son is y, 7 years ago, father will be s minus 7, right? So 7 years ago, father will be s minus 7 years old, and son will be y minus 7 years. Now it says 7 years ago, the age of the father was 3 times that of the son. So it means s minus 7, which is age of the father, is equals 3 times y minus 7, which is 3 times age of the son. So we can call this equation 1, meaning statement 1. Look at statement 2. It says, but in 6 years' time, let's pause. If in 7 years' time, in 7 years ago, age was minus 7, in 6 years' time, the father is supposed to be s plus 6, right? In 6 years' time. Then son is supposed to be y plus 6 in 6 years' time. So we are told now that in 6 years' time, the age of the son will be half. The age of the son will be half that of the father. The age of the son, which is y plus 6, will simply be half that of the father. So this is a simultaneous equation because it's describing 2 events, the past and the present. So we've expressed for 7 years ago, now we've expressed for recently. So these are the 2 equations. Now let's rearrange it. You discover that it will lead to a simultaneous equation 21. So this is the same thing as s minus 3y is equals minus 21 plus 7. This is s minus 3y is equals minus 14, equation 1. Or equation 3. Now from equation 2, we have that y plus 6, or cross multiplying 2y plus 12 is equals s plus 6. S minus 2y is equals 12 minus 6. S minus 2y is equals 6. So s minus 2y is equals 6, equation 4. Now, we've interpreted this word problem and it's giving us this equation. These are the simultaneous equations. From here, you solve the simultaneous equation and get your answers. That's how you attempt this kind of questions. Thank you for watching my video. I am Flash Isaac. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, Flash Learners, to get my updates on new videos. And don't forget to check out my other videos. Visit flashlearners.com/videos or search Flash Learners on YouTube to see my amazing videos for all your topics. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.